Hey y'all, it's your girl Suki. Thank you for tuning in to Wednesdays with Suki, even though this will probably be uploaded on Thursdays. But I'm excited that we are checking in with each other. I hope that you're doing something sweet for yourselves and others this week by getting to your honey-do list and that you had a wonderful, wonderful holiday. If you did work over the holiday, thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you to those who have served. I always get Veterans Day and Memorial mixed up, but the thanks and appreciation is there. Members of the Slasher sports team have served. I want to thank those guys as well. Thank you for all that you've done for our country. And I hope that y'all got to like chill out and check in. If there's someone that you haven't talked to in a while, make sure you tap in with them and see how they're doing. And especially if it's like been on your heart, like, man, I need to get in contact with them. Just go on and do it, no matter what time it is, because they'll be excited to hear from you. Just like I'm excited to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for all your suggestions and for listening to the show. I had a wonderful weekend, went to Spirit game, Washington Spirit, which is our female or women's soccer league. 11,000 people showed up, so that was amazing. During the game, it started raining, and it's like an open field. So people started like sprinting towards this awning area to be out of the rain. I need to get myself one of those ponchos, but I always forget. And then when I see the poncho, I'm like, I need to get one of those ponchos. It's a never ending story of dismay. Anyway, I hear the girls, I had about 15 girls, but I don't know if you've ever had to like herd girls. It's like 2,000 when there's like even one of them. So I hear the girls talking to a little boy. I'm like, what's going on? Are y'all okay? And little boy's like near tears. He lost his father or lost where his father was when everybody sprinted under the awning. And the girls were being so amazing. They were going to help, him find his dad. And I said, okay, well, what's his dad wearing? And they said, a red Nats hat. Oh, babes, a Nats hat in DC? One. What are we supposed to do with that? Like, everybody here is, that's horrible. So the girls are like, okay, no, we're gonna walk with him and help him find his dad. And I said, no, hold on, girls. I think an adult needs to handle this because it could be a lure. He could be like the person sent out to grab the girls. I watch a lot of shows and I was crime scene. These are the things I think about. This is like I'm always thinking in these terms, right? Like this is a trap and we are not falling for it. Not today, Satan. He was really lost though. So I asked him for his dad's phone number and he says 202-12345. I said, oh, that's not enough numbers. That doesn't make any sense. Do you have another number? Something else? He didn't. He just like tears like were coming down. It's okay. It's okay. We don't need no number, but you do. Please, if there's a young person in your life, make sure they have at least one phone number that they know by heart, just one. It does a grandmother, somebody that they can contact and relay that message to someone else because 2212345 was just not, that was not it. In a red Nats hat in DC. Oh, like dismay, man. But I was able to get a cop and he took him down to the platform and they were able to talk and I think connect him with his father. But I don't know what happened after that. But I was so proud of the girls for just willing to, they were willing to reach out and help this little boy. They're just a great, great group of girls. The game was really amazing. It was really nice. I love seeing, people come out and have a great time together. There was no place to like not buy food though. Like there was food everywhere. I was just sitting up there with popcorn and a pretzel with mustard. My life was amazing at that one moment. It was pretty awesome. Don't get on me about the pretzels with mustard. Everybody should eat pretzels with mustard. That should be a thing. You can follow me for more food craziness at 80 Suburbia on Twitter. Follow my podcast, Suki's Honeydew Project, Instagram, anywhere you catch your podcast. And thank you for tuning in. I had a great suggestion to do crab cakes. And in my mind, I had this vision of grilling the crab cakes. RIP to the homies who ain't here. I started off with 4. I ended up with 1 good one, and I kept trying to like pick it off before it fell through the grates. Like I had this vision of like it being like really crispy on the outside, and then I would flip it and it would be like, because it was so golden. Nope. That is not what happened. And I posted, right? And everybody all has these great suggestions. Why didn't you have this? And you should have where were you when the vision was in my head, huh? Where were you with your great suggestions? But I did write them all down because next time I'll be prepared. So they didn't turn out so great because they all fell through the cracks. But they probably would have turned out nice. And we did other things. We did potato salad with eggs in it. And don't get on me about the eggs in the potato salad. Eggs are supposed to be in potato salad. What else do you put in your potato salad? Eggs, right? Anyway, so we're my daughter and I were like honing this recipe. We're like, okay, we're gonna add this, we're gonna add this. And we were doing a great job. And then I said, hey, does this taste more like egg salad? And my daughter says, I think potato salad is egg salad with potatoes in it. No. Mind blown. The kids are going to save us, man. These kids, they're going to save the whole world, and we're going to be just fine because the kids are all right. That was enlightening. That was like next level, like amazing. Yes, I put eggs in the potato salad. I also put salt on my watermelon. I may go with high blood pressure, but I will go happy. And that is all that matters. So I also put in ground beef and beans sometimes. And if you don't do that, you should try it. It's really good. You can follow me for more food tips at 80 Suburbia on Twitter, because I also put ketchup on my mac and cheese if it doesn't have the right tang. I'm not going to get into it. This is just what I do. Okay. You can judge me all you want, or just try it. You'll see. You'll see how good it is. So we ended up doing that over Memorial Weekend. And then I had to like try to grill in between the rain, because the iPhone and the weatherman are the only jobs that you can stay wrong at and still keep. So I had to, there was a lot going on with that rain, but it wasn't too bad. Anyways, I hope that you are flossing and cleaning out your belly button, because people forget about that kind of stuff. And that is stuff we need to remember to make sure that we're okay. It's a fact. I may sound like a mom right now, but just want to make sure you're doing that for your teeth. Like, you ever hear about people who don't know that they're pregnant, like for months, and then they had the baby on like a McDonald's floor? I am not pregnant right now, but I was one of those people who did not know they were pregnant for 3 months. No clue. None. Just walking around pregnant. Isn't that crazy? It's like, how could you not know you were pregnant? Well, I'll tell you, because I was that person. I was sick, right? I thought I had the flu. I thought it was like the worst flu on earth. Like I couldn't eat anything. Everything tasted funny. The smells were coming in all weird. I'm explaining this to my boss. I worked a rapid rotation for crime scene. So like whenever I came back on, it was like day shift. And then I would leave for 2 days and then come back. It'd be evening shift. And then I would leave for 3 days and come back. It'd be night shift. So it was like rapid. So who has time to know if they're pregnant? It's a lot. It's a lot going on. You know what I mean? It's a lot. So anyway, my boss is sick too. And she says, I don't think you and I are the same kind of sick. Well, what other kind of sick can there be, lady? What in the racism is this? What you mean me and you can't be the same type of sick? And she was like, me and you are not the same type of sick. Well, what? Yeah. No, no. Yup. Mm, mm, mm. I go to CVS. Lady at the counter is like, oh my God, you do crime scene. That is so awesome. How's your night been? Put that pregnancy test on the counter. And she was like, oh, that kind of night. Okay, well, I'll get you checked out here. Well, we'll do that then, because this is terrible. I mean, it's good, but it's also like, what in the world? Called my best friend. I said, I think we might be in trouble. She was like, no, you're just sick. I said, yeah, for 9 months, I'll be sick. So I call my baby the best flu I ever had, because that's what I thought I had. The flu. Can you believe that? Okay, so this is what's crazy. I said, I'm not going to tell nobody. I'm not going to tell nobody. I'm not saying anything to nobody. I'm not telling the dad. I'm just going to go about my business. Act like this never happened. I'm being for real. Like, this is a grown woman thought process. So I'm at a scene and someone threw a gun on top of a roof. I had to climb up the ladder to get to the roof to take pictures of this gun. I'm thinking of everything I need to do, right? I fall off the ladder, land on my back. I'm just looking at the sky. Like, oh my God. Now I just got this baby. Now where's the baby gonna go? Like, it's gracious. Cop comes over. He's like, hey, you okay down there? I said, well, I'm pregnant. Oh my God. Are you pregnant right now? Well, I'm not pregnant later. I would assume it's like a present thing, like we're pregnant now. I'm just still laying there. And he was like, oh my God, you got to get up. No, you don't move. Don't move. Oh my God, she's pregnant. So he tells everyone on the scene, we have a pregnant lady. She's pregnant. The crime scene tech is pregnant. I'm like, well, there you go. Now everybody's going to know. Went to the hospital. Everything's fine. Of course, my daughter is 16 now. And I did tell the dad. So everything worked out. But I was that person walking around the city chasing crime scenes, pregnant. Insane. Isn't that crazy? Like, how could you not know? Me, I did not know. I thought it was the flu. Insane. I have another story for crime scene. Okay, this isn't mine. This is my supervisor. She went to a call of a guy who shot his girlfriend in the middle of the road, right? He's like running around the street screaming about how he killed his girlfriend. Well, then he ends up shooting himself. Now, at this point, the girlfriend had been in the house for about 4 to 5 hours, deceased apparently, right? They get to the house and it's one of those hoarder type houses with no electricity. They have been stealing electricity from the neighbors. So there's just little glimpses of light throughout the house and stuff stacked up on all sides as you walk through the hallway. So with the crime scene, typically, like, if there's a coroner or somebody who can say that somebody's deceased, at least where I work, they'll go in first. Well, since this person had been deceased for 4 hours, everybody just kind of piles in, like, coroner comes in, detectives go in, crime scene comes in, and they're all like single file because there's not a lot of room. They all kind of spread out around this bed with this woman who's laying face down. So she's face down. And everybody's like, oh yeah, she's definitely dead. Nobody checks her because She's face down. She definitely dead. Nobody checks her. Again, it's dark. There's not a lot of space because it's a hoarder house. They hear a sound. They all look at each other. Did you make that sound? My boss says. Now, again, this is not my story. This is my boss's story. This is the story that they tell me when I first get the job. Is that supposed to make somebody want to stay on the job? Anyways, let me go on. So they hear, my head hurts. And she sits up. The deceased woman sits up. Everybody bolts. Everybody runs. Cops, detective, crime scene, medical examiner. Everybody leaves the woman on the bed, which is not funny, like overall. But, you know, yeah, it's kind of funny. Like all these seasoned people run out of the room. They eventually had to go back because she had to, be put in the ambulance and checked on. And there is pictures of her to this day with the gunshot wound because she got shot in the eye. And of course she got arrested. Not of course she got arrested, but later after her life was completely saved, she got arrested for prostitution. So there's a picture of her with the one eye. I would have quit that day because if you're deceased, you're supposed to be deceased. You can't be waking up saying your head hurts. You got to just stay there. It's like I would have walked off. That would have been the last day that they had me versus the crime scene tech. And it may sound heartless, but can you imagine? My head hurts. And she sits up on the bed and looked around. No human is supposed to be okay. Like, what were they supposed to do? Are you all right, ma'am? No, she was supposed to be deceased. There's no way I would have. No. Like, you tell me what you would have done. My question. What was your next step? There's no way. Sorry. Okay, so I hope that you are checking in with friends and family and that you're taking some time to rest. Go to the pool if your pool is open. Go to your friend's pool that keeps inviting you over, but you keep saying that you can't go. Go on and go. You ain't got nothing going on. Go see your friend's pool and dip your pinky toe in the water because that feels good and it's really kind of cold still. So it may not be the warmest water right now, but dip your pinky toe in there or your big toe or whatever and get a book. That sounds like a plan. Make sure you check out my upcoming episodes. Tell me what else I should try to cook or attempt to cook. Hopefully we won't have any more lost homies. Crab cakes gone. Man, that was a moment. Insane. I moved here from Hawaii, right? I moved here from Hawaii for high school. Just thought I'd tell this last thing. I moved here from Hawaii and my first day at school, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try out for the volleyball team. And I don't know if y'all know my real name. My real name is Sharmitra. So I'm, trying out and this girl comes up to me and she says, what is your name? I said, Sharmitra. She said, oh, why your mama named you that? I said, what you mean? What's your name? She said, Tanjanika. I don't know what made me think of that. Just, I guess when I said check in with your friends. We are friends though. Me and her are still friends to this day. But can you imagine somebody with the name Tanjanika getting mad at Sharmitra? Now, isn't that crazy? Anyways, I hope that you check in with me next week and tell me about your day. Tell me about your life. Tell me what things you want me to check out. I'm excited to connect with all of y'all, and I'm so glad that you're connecting with me. Make sure I don't know, what else can I make sure? Make sure you're doing everything, because we don't have that much time here. and we might as well do it all. Sending love from me to you, and I will check out with y'all next week. Bye.